Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is February the 8th, 2021. We are beginning our second season of Coco's Corner. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Is that jazz hand and spirit?
That's what the little people, the ASL people would be like,
Yes, American Sign Language. That's applause. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Coco. How are you?
I am amazing. To anybody that has not been outside, let me just say two things to you.
Bruh.
Lord have mercy.
Bruh. It's Frosty McFroster saying outside.
Oh, yeah.
The real Michigan winter has arrived.
Oh, let's be clear. It has kicked in, and to everybody that has to go out for real, like put on all your clothes.
Hey, I think this the Vaseline on the face and the ears kind of day. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
What you done did?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Ain't nothing. I ain't did nothing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you gotta go old school. You gotta put the Vaseline on your face and your ears, cause that's how cold it is.
Absolutely. Vaseline, vitamin E, Crisco, bacon fat, whatever kind of emollient that you find to apply to your skin, you need to put it on your skin. It is
a real brisk.
It's brisk. It is the second Monday of February. Welcome.
Black History Month.
Every month is black and historical for me.
365. Like McDonald's said, 365 black.
We are starting our second season of Coco's Corner. And with that being said, Black History Month, my second season. So let me just share this information with you. And we're going to say it throughout the course of the show. We are doing a Black History Month promotional special. So if you are a business owner, a serious entrepreneur, and you want to, A, advertise on Coco's Corner, and B, with your advertising, you do get a interview. But one has to happen in order for the another one to happen. You ain't gonna get the interview and you ain't bought no promo package. I'm sorry. That's just the rhythm of life. But we doing specials for the month of February for Black History Month. I got a burnout phone, and if
not
you
burnout.
Okay, we gonna not say that. I got a special phone.
Special bat phone. Okay.
And if you text or you call the number and leave a brief message, operative word is brief message. I'm not trying to hear how you, the magnificent latch hookologist, how you can make cornbread out of cauliflower rice.
I love cauliflower and everything, but I'm over the.
Okay, so let me give y'all the number: 313-221-6184.
Say that again.
I'm gonna say it 3 times. 313-221-6184. 313-221-6184. Call that number, leave a voice message, or text that number, text a brief message, and we are doing Black History Month promo specials for Black History Month. So if you, like I said, you got a business, you got a hair salon, you got a car wash, and you want to advertise on Coco's Corner,
come kick it with us.
Come kick it with us or whatever. And here's the wonderful thing about it. We will help you do your commercial. So we will help you with your promo. We will help you if you want to do something audio, something video, whatever. We'll help you through that. Serious inquiries only. If you ain't sick, don't waste, don't call with that number, because next week on the show on the 15th, I'll be like, such and such from Ruby's Rib Chat call. But they got 3 bones and some sauce. So the number 313-221-6184. Thank you, Renee.
That's why people.
So let's jump on into the skin. Let's over the last, because we didn't do a show last week because we were rebooting, but let's talk about some things that have gone on in the world.
Shenanigans.
That may have us a little shook. Let's talk about Glue Girl, because that's what we calling her. Glue Girl.
Yeah, big girl on Instagram or TikTok or something. She was alleged. Her alleged story, and I say alleged because this is just. Yeah, it's different. It's ridiculous. And it's a little. Everybody else said like, no, she just made a mistake. I think that her windshield wipers like got a little delay. Like they go up and then they don't come back down. I think she got little challenges.
And I think she did it intentionally.
No way.
I think she did it intentionally, probably for viral social media sensation, and it
then,
backfired.
yeah, it backfired like a 1964 S10, okay? Like, it kabow. You know what I'm saying? It went kablooey. Baby girl, she said she had it in there for a month. I don't understand how you didn't think it was a problem. Maybe
The
a
second
couple
day?
days, you know what I'm saying? A day or two. You sat there a whole entire month
Absolutely.
with industrial gorilla.
Okay, so so she said she ran out of the stuff.
The gotta be.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And she said she had Gorilla Glue, and she put that in her head. And for a month, her hair was plastered on her head like Devo.
She kept shampooing it. She kept shampooing it. Like, she
Yes.
even made a video where she did shampoo it, and
it didn't do nothing. She even put conditioner stuff on it on the video.
Yeah.
She went to the hospital. They gave her alcohol and acetone
She went
to
to
put
the
on it.
hospital after everybody had, like,
Told her,
really
take your
stopped.
ass to the hospital.
Yeah, they had like real life dermatologists were like, "Hey sis, Gorilla Glue was in her."
Now let me see, and this the part. Okay, so this where it
The
get
actual
hinky.
company
this
was in the comment section like, "Sis, we ain't built
chick.
for that."
Hey. So I'm gonna ask a question. And you know, Sam, you've been knowing me 1,000 years. I got everything somewhere in my house, either in the garage or whatever.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue, I had some, but I just don't keep it out.
No.
Where if my edges won't lay down, I'm gonna say, "Oh, let me put some Gorilla Glue on
Now,
it."
I saw how the cans looked similar and everything, and like, I'm just saying, baby girl, if she did it,
Did she keep Gorilla Glue at her house? Because I know construction people that do construction and stuff like that.
That is industrial strength. You could put that on bricks.
I know it hold bricks together. So, dude, who keeps that at their house though?
You keep it in your house, in the
underneath
garage, the sink. You know, you got all this stuff underneath the sink and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it ain't the sink that you gonna just reach. It ain't in the bathroom where you reach down to get your hair products.
No, she went down through there to get that, and I don't know why she would do that. Maybe it was on a dare, but like those little contacts she had in her eyeballs and them lashes, they told the whole story that she got. No,
that's the regular, not on them lashes.
Them eyeballs is not regular.
You know, I wear me some contacts every now and then.
See, I can't. Them played out.
No, they not. Mine's look
Coco,
good.
they blue contacts.
Oh, I don't wear blue.
She had on them blue ones or something cat eye gray or owl. She had owl skin contacts on or whatever she had on. That junk is played out. I need y'all to stop that. Wear your regular, natural, beautiful eyeball.
I'm gonna wear my contacts. Listen, I'm gonna walk up on you looking frosty.
I don't even mess with dudes with funny colored eyes because I think
listen,
they crazy.
we not gonna please. We not gonna get into your proclivities about.
Because I don't mess with them cats.
People can't help genetically. They got
nope.
Okay, we gonna move on. We moving down to the Super Bowl.
It was anticlimactic.
So I want to say this. I'm proud and Detroit everywhere. We're gonna be everywhere. So two things. Shout out to Calvin Johnson who made it into the NFL Hall of Fame. And I posted on Instagram my picture of my Calvin Johnson jersey because you know I used to be a jersey head.
Yeah, you did.
I got Barry Sanders or whatever, but I pulled the vintage Calvin Johnson out, and it still had the price tag on it.
Oh, okay. You might get $3, $4, $5.
I never wore it. Oh. It's never been worn.
Okay.
I tried it on last night. I was gonna wear it today, and I said nope. I'm gonna keep it on ice.
Hey, cause you never know. Maybe you know what I'm saying.
I know.
Calvin, call him.
But shout out to Calvin Johnson for making it to the Hall of Fame, and his wife helped them to surprise him and everything. I thought that was really, really nice. You know, she said somebody was knocking at the door. She was like, "Get the door, honey. It's my friend Mel." And he said he looked through the door, saw all them big bodies. He was like, "No, they ain't Mel. Let me get my shotgun or something."
Oh, he was about to get ready for him?
Yeah, but he said, she was like, "No, go quit the door. Quit playing." And it was the people from the NFL Hall of Fame.
Aw, that's dope.
Surprised him. I thought that was really sweet. And Ndamukong Suh played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so he got his Super Ray. Big Sue. I told Sue that if me and him had a baby, it would be born in the third grade.
That baby would come out with a whole ass duffel bag.
Ooh, you know how tall that baby.
Big ass baby. Hell no.
Be like Baby Huey. He come out walking to the sink.
That dinosaur baby. Knock them mama, not the
Not
mama.
the mama. With them little hands like this.
Nah, you gotta have a baby with a little Negro.
You know
can't
how
have
big
no
that baby would be?
Mm-mm.
And I told him that at an event.
Dominican is huge.
And everybody was like, Coco, could you leave Mr. Sue alone? I said, y'all call him Mr. Sue. I call him...
Hey, that boy, wow.
Ooh.
That boy, wow.
Yeah, I had it for him, too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
so we're back to the Super Bowl.
Weekend. Who should change his name to Weekday?
Okay, everybody, like, Coco knows this. I don't like The Weeknd. It's not personal. I think he's the most useless voice of the 21st century. All that. It only worked for Janet. Okay, it don't work. I don't know why y'all like him. I don't know why y'all buy his albums. I don't know why y'all buy his songs. I don't know why producers work with him. I don't know. He not cute. He look weird. He look weird with the plastic stuff. He looked like the plastic stuff when he wasn't weird. He weird. I don't. Nah, man.
He's
terrible.
I like the song, You Know You're Worth It. Because when I be practicing my...
It's the background. I think the orchestra and the music make it, but him...
That's what he do.
He breathe melodies on songs.
That's what he do. How he do? What he do?
I can't stand him.
Well, if you watched his performance last night, when he was running through that microwave with all the people
with the masks and stuff on,
they all had masks on,
and
then
he had a little storyline the whole week.
Wait, stop though. Here's the part to everybody that kept saying they couldn't hear the audio. It was like they had the volume down, and his voice was lower than the volume, so it was like he was lip syncing to nothing.
They had his microphone hooked up to a tin can with a string.
Yes, with a shoelace. Like on the Little Rascals.
He can't sing. How he need to lip sync, though?
But, and see, lip sync, let me tell you something. Okay. Lip syncing is as challenging as singing if you don't know how to lip sync.
Yeah,
so his mouth was going, but the music, the tracks wasn't going with what he was saying. And then he took off running. And it looked like, you know how you be cooking something in the microwave and start popping and you look in there? That's how that whole thing looked.
They could have picked somebody else for the month.
Yeah, well, they need to call him.
Her
did.
Ooh. Okay, that sister is a rock star.
With that whole Jimi Hendrix Prince vibe when she was licking on the guitar. And not licking with her hand, but playing the guitar.
She is a child prodigy. That chick is a genius. She gonna be doing some dope stuff in the future, even more in the future.
Yeah.
But I would have liked her to be the headliner because The Weeknd. I wasn't even enthused when they announced it. Like I was like, and then
now we missed the national anthem with Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, listen, she can't do no wrong.
And the country western singer, I can't remember the gentleman's name. I think it's whatever, but she sung that.
Yeah.
And she sung it with a country western singer, and she sung that, and they voices sound melodious.
Yeah, you know, Jasmine just that girl a whole.
Since she was busting windows out of cars.
The sisters held down that guy that y'all like and be buying his stuff. I don't know why.
No, you weren't.
The most useless voice of the 21st century.
Let me do my hip roll.
Why are you moving the chair around like that?
Because then my hips rolling. Wait.
Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. It's too early.
I got big hips. They square, but they big.
You made me feel like magic. Oh, yeah. He in the background, ooh, and the I hate that.
So let's keep it going because we got you listen to Coco's Corner. This is the Trap Queen edition 313. We got two amazing sisters that's gonna join us shortly in the studio. And listen, they gonna tell you everything that you thought you wanted to know about that life.
Man.
So we would be remiss if we did not mention the gentleman that owns the radio station that I used to work for out in Southfield, who banned Kwame Kilpatrick from the station.
Kwame ain't even know though.
Listen,
that's the crazy part. Crazy Kwame probably heard it like, who is this mother?
Wait. So here's the interesting part. Nobody can mention his name.
No.
None of the radio hosts can mention his name. None of the guests can mention their name because, air quote, he allegedly spoke to a third party.
Yes, he said he spoke to an acquaintance. He was in negotiations with an acquaintance. This is his version.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying like somebody reaching out to somebody who has not even contacted Coco, negotiating on her behalf, right? And the people, he said that the people kept saying like, yeah, it's a done deal. Then, mind you, he wanted Kwame to do 2 shows for free.
Yeah, that's what he does. Let me just say this. That's what he does. And listen, everybody was shocked. I worked for this gentleman. Don't be shocked. He said that he also wanted him. He had to sell his own show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. When I worked for him, our morning show would go out in the morning after the show to sell the
your
show.
Own stuff.
We would be going to people like broke down prostitutes. Hey, please buy advertising for us on the station.
And this man owns the largest African American religious radio station in the.
Okay. And he wanted the man to work for free, and he said he was offering him a show on both stations.
And went and did an article on it like he was in the right. Like,
yeah,
he is insulted.
And here's the thing. It was sort of like Pharaoh when Pharaoh told Moses, "No, they ain't gonna let them sleep. The people go. So let it be written. So let it be done."
Like he the gatekeeper.
But
and he was like, yeah, see, if I'm giving him this job opportunity so that he, this can help him or whatever. He was really thinking and acting as if he was helping this.
But you surprised.
Okay.
I worked for this man.
Okay. He live. I can say is
he live on wax.
Yeah, that's some brass. What is a strong titanium balls?
But
balls of titanium.
I was not, when I saw the name, I was not surprised.
Yeah.
That's the realm that he operates in.
It's really crazy.
He's the person that will get on the phone. So and so come to my office now on the loudspeaker. On the phone. One day he called somebody to text me to tell me why was I standing at the desk talking to the receptionist.
Was that the overseer thing? That's some overseer type. Okay. Crystal Edwards. Yes. You said it in the comment section. I remember straight up some slave driver.
He also had somebody come to us and tell us that when we left out the studio, we were too loud and we were disturbing the people whose offices were down the hall. Now, this a morning show.
Other side of the building.
Well, they were down the hall, but this is a morning show. You got live people in the building. We gonna come out and the energy gonna be high.
I'm tired.
He would come through and he didn't want certain things on the table in the green room. So I had put some hand sanitizer or whatever in there.
So hand this was pre-COVID. This was just cleanliness.
Yeah, I just put hand sanitizer in there and a box of tissue and
some tissue.
Yeah, he didn't want.
But those are the type of accoutrements that are in a green room for people to take care of themselves.
Yeah, this was in our green room by the radio station.
That's psychotic. Okay. I'm being nice.
And I would be running late and I would cut through one of the TV studios. And he didn't want nobody cutting through that studio. So they told me, hey, Mr. Charlie don't want nobody cutting through that studio.
So he just sat and watched cameras all day like a weirdo?
Yeah, even when he would go out of town. So I'm not going to walk all the way around this building when I could cut through here. So he's like, him say, he would prefer if you didn't cut through the studio.
He a maniac. I can't.
I'm sorry. Listen, I started coming through there doing the Puff Daddy shuffle.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah. So, it was interesting. So when the whole story came out, I was like, yep.
That's normal.
And everybody knew that I worked for him, sent me the story, and that was how he operated.
I can't.
Get out my building. People have quit in the middle of the show.
That's
the
too
young
much.
lady that quit.
That's too much.
I'm like, sir. Anyway, we gonna keep this ball rolling because listen, we need y'all to click the share button and invite people to this show. Cause we about to go down. This is Coco's Corner. Listen, that number to call for the month of February. You want to do some promotion? You want to do a commercial? You want to get it on and get it on. 313-221-6184. 313-221-6184. Y'all got to share this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got these two amazing sisters coming into the studio with us. And when we think about everything that is going on in the world, y'all could bring them in. When you think about everything that's going on in the world, to hear stories from the woman's side. Because we see the stories with the men.
Yeah.
We see all the stories and the guys that did this. And
back in the day, they used to do bop, bop,
Yeah,
bop, boop, boop, boop.
yeah,
And then
all
they had
that.
some, they got a little bop up. Then they got
all that.
They did a little bang, bang.
All those
they
stories.
Had to sit down for a few minutes.
Yep, all that.
And
So
then they come out.
Yeah. So when you hear the stories, based on the man's perspective. But to hear the story based on the women's perspective, you could you could grab. Yes. Yeah. Yep. So we gonna get the ladies in, get them set up and situated, because it is going to be we pulling all the layers back. Because like I said, y'all hear the stories, y'all hear the perspective from men and what they've done and all of those things. But to hear it from a woman and how they make the transition to get where they are, to get where they were, and then how they transition out of that is amazing.
Yeah, it's dope. I think we need to hear stories of redemption, because we always like to
we don't
vilify people.
forgive.
Yeah,
We
are
don't forgive.
so unforgiving.
We are.
Especially in this age of social media, like, where you could look somebody's stuff back up. Like, if they had social media back when I was younger, listen, every single one of us had some backups or some clip claps and a boop boop, and your frame bent at this point in time.
I probably still have a tether on.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
We got two beautiful, amazing women in studio with us. We got Tiffani Rose in the building.
Hello.
Hey, darling.
Hi,
and we got the best day ever in the building.
What up, though?
She said, "What up, though?"
What up?
Can I tell y'all that y'all look beautiful at 7:00 in the morning?
It's early.
Doggone it.
Somewhere to be. That's somewhere to be.
I mean, like, y'all gonna see them because the camera gonna flick on them in a minute. But when I tell you these, you gotta take the babies to school. These sisters look amazing. So Tiffani and the best day ever. Now Tiffani, BET had a special on, and it came on 2 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and it's still airing. You can still go back and watch it.
They say it's the highest rated episode.
Yes.
I gotta watch that.
See
what? I gotta watch that. American Gangster's Trap Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to BT Plus.
Right.
I might have to add that to my collection.
I got that call last week. Like,
you did,
highest rated.
Bruh, I love
I could
the
see
story.
why. So I could see why, because we don't hear the story from women about women and how they got to the point where
And
they are.
usually the sisters be the most clever. Like, I ain't gonna hold you up.
Oh,
listen, we the ones that cut the corner. We
could breastfeed the babies by day and shoot your house up by night.
Oh, period.
we can breastfeed the baby and shoot the house up at the same time.
While you play, we can hold that baby right here and clap like this.
And make sure the shell don't hit the baby. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta cuff the baby right.
You know what I'm saying? Got to put the shell catcher in it. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So listen,
That was formula.
best day ever. You got an amazing story as well, because she called herself the best day ever because she has gone through every possible facet to get to here. So, ladies, I want you to briefly, and we're gonna start with you, best day. Introduce yourself to the folks.
What's up? My name is Day Flowers, and I go by the best day ever. I'm an artist, a painter.
Dope art.
Thank you so much. I'm an artist, a painter, but you're right. It took a long time to get to my passion, and yeah.
So you paint and you do art, and we're gonna come back to how you got to that point.
Yeah.
Tiffani Rose. Tiffani Rose is what? Introduce yourself, Tiffani.
Okay. My name is Tiffani Rose Peak, but everybody knows me as Tiffani Rose. I am, I think, a budding entrepreneur.
Oh yes.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
I got my hand in things people don't even know about.
The hustle is
That's
real.
what's
So the
up.
hustle is real. But yes, I am. I would call myself a great mother, cancer survivor,
Yes.
entrepreneur. Yeah. Lover.
So it's so interesting when you see these beautiful ladies and you can't imagine the other life. So Tiffany,
Right.
briefly tell the folks about your other part that got you to where we are today.
Oh, don't forget the book. You're an author.
Oh yeah, she's an author as well.
Yes, let's not forget. We not playing. Okay, an
Oh,
author.
yes.
A whole author.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
You know
a
what I'm
whole
saying? Oh, I
author.
got
Yes.
you. I
And
got you.
The book is called The Bounce Back.
Okay.
Makeup line and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
So she got all the stuff. So you got two women here that are entrepreneurs, business women, author. We have a painter. We have all of those things. But getting to where you all are now, because the gifts were always there. I believe your gifts are always there.
Mm-hmm.
And you got, and I'm gonna say this: you got to be gifted in order to do what you did when you did what you did.
I mean,
because everybody can't do what you
they
did.
can't.
No. When I tell that story, when I've told that story so many years ago, over 20 some years ago, and just telling the story, it's like, girl,
People
you
like,
wasn't
yeah,
making
right.
no money like that,
Yeah.
or you wasn't doing
Tell
that.
them, please,
or
Tiffany. Tell them, please. Tell them what you could tell them.
I was an old school booster with a
Okay.
twist.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
wait, what? Tell them what a booster with a twist does.
So the booster with a twist for me, you know how like back in the day, people would come into the hair salons and
Absolutely.
the barbershops and selling stuff out
Oh,
the
I
trunk
got
of the
fits.
car.
I got brand new
Oh,
lane
y'all
Bryant
get
outfits
laced
with
up
tech.
for a third.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Okay.
Okay.
So I boosted from any store you could think of, from a high-end store to a low-end store.
Wow.
And I learned how to turn it and flip it into money.
Wow.
So you were the person that people placed their orders with.
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay.
You
So
just
you
what you
just went
got.
and got.
Oh no,
Okay.
no. See, whatever I got, I would get like certain dollar amounts of things, and then I would
Okay.
turn it and
Wow.
return it and flip it into money.
Okay.
At that
Oh,
time, they were
okay.
giving back cash.
Okay. Okay.
So I
okay.
was flipping it
So
and
you
turning
might have
it
been the
into.
reason why they stopped this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Why they had to
me
change
and
some
my
policies.
family. Yeah, I'm one. I truly believe. I mean, with wholeheartedly,
You tore it up.
seriously.
You told the game
I
up.
truly tell my family. I think I started saying that like about when Sears was going through their situation,
Okay.
when
Okay.
people like Lord and Taylor. I always told my
They got
family.
your face on the little
Oh yeah,
camera
I'm in the
like
back.
her.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. My picture is in the back. Like, don't
You
let
and
her
that,
in.
That corporate portfolio.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
She eating our asses up.
I always say that I was the person that put their business into bankruptcy.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
I
You
truly
was
believe
getting
that.
it, sis.
Oh yeah, I was killing them.
Yeah. Now, so how
Yeah.
how did the people came calling you? How did they come call you? How did the feds slide up on you?
Well, it wasn't even the feds; it was state.
Oh.
You would think it would have been
Right.
feds,
Right.
but I think the way I moved and kind of shifted
Okay.
things,
Okay.
it didn't allow me to get any Fed time. Thank you,
Okay.
God.
Okay.
But I would have rather did Fed time than state time
Damn.
any day. But
You did an
um,
actual bid.
oh yeah, for that. Yeah. By the grace of God, I should have been doing 20 years for what?
Wow.
Even on Trap Queens, I dummied it down.
Right. Because
All
you can't tell the
because I
whole.
was-
Right.
Yeah, like they like, oh, she got over $2 million. Oh, I can say it. Like,
Wait, hold on. Let's stop. Time out.
I should have went live with this. This is hilarious. I don't even know how to do it.
2 million.
That's what I told
Okay,
them.
that's what they knew.
But I
But
probably
that's-
did about
oh.
10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
Wow.
sis.
Yeah, I probably did about 10.
Was you too
and
hot
that's
in the street, though?
that's in cash and merchandise.
Was you
Because you
too-
got to
Wow.
think like I was getting furs and Chanel before Chanel even
Yeah,
got like
yeah.
just ridiculously
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
And
Wow.
I had Birkins and Hermes
You did.
back
You did.
in the
Because,
day
see, I
before
remember
folks
you.
even knew.
So
you know.
I remember you, and she was always like
Flat.
Together.
uber fly.
Oh yeah.
So here's how the world works. You meet people in your life, and you
At
sort
different
of
points and
you
stuff,
at different
yeah.
points in your life.
Mhm.
But listen, trust and believe, baby girl was always fly.
Kids
yeah.
stay fly.
You know, it was always like, oh, okay, and they be like, and the guys be like,
Yeah.
and the women be like, you know, and it was two sets of women like, okay, I see
Like,
you.
okay, sis, you got that. And then the
there was
other
women like,
this bitch.
yeah.
They,
So I
they
was the
hate,
one like,
yeah.
oh, okay, she coming through. I
Yeah.
get it.
Right. I ain't mad. I
She
ain't never
listen,
mad.
she made a whole bunch of women step their game
Listen,
up.
I ain't never mad. You know
Listen.
what I'm saying?
So I gotta
Sis
ask
was
you.
in the bag before the bag was
Oh
the
yeah,
bag.
I
She
was
was
the
the
bad.
bad.
Oh, like when I see people like posting like you know, they Birkins and
Right.
things like that. I'm like,
I
girl,
been
I
did
had
that 20
a
years
Birkin
ago.
15 years ago. that what y'all doing?
That ain't new.
That ain't new to me. You know, like Rolexes and jewelry and all that other stuff.
You was
yeah.
feeling the
But see, that
game.
was the thing my family even used to say that, oh, you just doing it just to get material stuff. And they wasn't knowing that I was actually doing that to, oh, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't
He
know.
gonna put it on the thing.
Oh, good. Okay,
He
cool,
gonna
cool,
put
cool.
it on so she can follow us.
Yeah, because, you know, my followers, they be going crazy. Like, what's she doing? Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so I was doing things that, you know, like the average, like I said, quote unquote booster. I knew a lot of boosters, knew a lot of car scammers, check writers.
Right,
back,
right.
back
Back then,
Paper
it was
trails,
like paper.
Yep, them
what
checks,
what we went to prison for, or went to jail for, was paper crimes.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that I was that I knew, I never ran with anybody. I was always taught by like an old school hustler,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
always work
Run
by
yourself,
yourself.
yeah.
Come on now.
Don't never
Yeah.
run with nobody.
Yeah.
Don't never, you know, don't never tell people what you doing. A lot of people thought because of the way I dressed, I worked at a bank.
That's a possibility.
They always
So-
thought I worked in corporate America or
Because
something
she
like
was very
that.
classy.
Wow.
She
Yeah.
would pull out the St. John's on you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the knits.
Oh,
yeah, the
Oh,
knits.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was.
See, folks wasn't even.
They don't know.
Yeah,
about that.
they wasn't
still
knowing
don't.
about.
They
They
still don't understand.
She had the
They still
St.
don't.
John on.
Yeah.
With the Nina pumps,
Yeah.
all that stuff like that.
Mhm.
So the 9 West, it was always, it wasn't, you know, it was like, oh, okay.
It was like you could just
Gigi
look
Hunter.
at it and knew.
Oh,
Gigi
yeah.
Hunter back
oh,
in the
yeah.
day.
Oh, honey, we had Coogee
All
dresses
that.
with the gator shoes.
All that. Via
All time.
Spiga.
See, I would take, when I would flip my money, you know, I couldn't go in the Gigi Hunter. I couldn't
Right.
go. I wouldn't go take from the black woman.
Right,
you
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
so
right.
I'm like, oh, let me make my money so I could go get me a Gigi Hunter
Right,
dress.
right.
You know, so stuff like that. I quote unquote had like certain morals for certain.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
that's cool. That's cool.
You know, but
So how
yeah.
did that feel though? Like living in that life, like was it like a high for you?
Oh yeah, it's definitely adrenaline rush.
Okay,
It really is. It's me knowing that, damn, I got y'all
that.
ass. Like damn, you was standing right in front of me and you couldn't even tell.
Damn.
But, you know, like I said, in Trap Queens, it was a part where they put in there, they were trying to get it released, and it did end up getting released.
Okay.
But it was a movie called Lift back in the day, and it was Kerry Washington and a whole host of other people that were in the movie, and they ran a boosting ring.
Okay.
And they looked the part, and they acted the part, and they looked rich.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you walk into those stores, like
They don't
say like a
bother you.
Neiman Marcus or a Saks,
Saks,
I'm
right.
looking like
Right.
I'm supposed to
Right.
be
Yes.
shopping in this
Right.
store.
Because
you
then
know?
they're gonna follow the person who they feel like doesn't belong.
Because the thing about it is loss prevention and security, period. thinks that the typical thief is some crackhead,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
bum,
Yeah.
somebody that's coming off the street, they nails dirty, hair all over their
Right,
head, they
right.
looking a whole hot ass mess.
Which is not true.
And it's not true
Yeah,
at all.
you
Because it's
know,
not just
so,
you, but people
yeah.
like this white women that
Oh,
come in there
yeah,
and be
yeah.
and
Gay
then they don't
men.
bother,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They don't bother
oh, yeah,
them.
they never bothered me, you know. So those were advantages for over 20 some years I was able to get.
So you did, like, you was able to hold it down. You
Oh
were able to
yeah.
hold it down
Oh yeah, I
for
built a
20
house. I
I-
did all type of stuff. I was buying cars. I was doing all. Well, I remember one time, shoot, I think I crashed like 2 or 3 cars in a row.
Wait a minute.
And I went and I got the money and I went and got another car. You know, it was just
crashing
nothing.
whips? You was just
Mhm.
crashing
I was just
whips,
doing
'cause-
stupid. I was
So wait.
young. I was making money. I just didn't care. I was
And it-
just like, whatever, you
and-
know.
And it's sort of like when she said 20 years, 25 years or whatever, that generation of money
Oh, the
making
80s was like
of money
that
making
deal.
women,
Yeah.
the women
Yeah.
that made money, we knew the women that made money.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
80s
So
was
it
like
was-
the fly coops, the
Yeah.
fur,
Yeah,
like
it
you
was
say,
the
fur,
it was
yeah.
the unspoken code. Like you going up in the climax with a flow sweeper on,
Right,
with
right.
the Louis Vuitton bucket.
Right.
You said the flow
We had
sweeper.
you had to, and listen, tall as I was, my
Yes,
I had
your
to
meat
bend
had
a little.
Let me say, your meat had to drag the flow, honey. If your meat wasn't dragging the
You
flow,
wasn't really doing them.
you wasn't
You was
doing
fronting. Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
You might as well get a 3/4 lip and then hit the flow. Okay, wait a minute. We're going to talk to Best Day Ever because Best Day Ever, I need to know your humble beginnings.
Right.
Well, it never amounted up to Tiffany. I can tell you that. I feel like
ate the game.
I wish I knew Tiffany. Damn.
I was in the shop the
Wish
other
I
day. They
knew.
was like, "Can you teach me?" I said,
No.
"No."
Right.
No, they ain't going to do it right.
I have retired that. Yes, must retire that.
Yes.
But just like Tiffany, I was a booster as well, but I did electronics. I also was a madam, which is like a female pimp.
Wait,
okay.
stop the car.
Okay, girl.
Uh-uh.
Yes.
I used to always want to be a madam.
I
You
used to
know what
want to be a madam too. So I had a whole master plan. Like when things got rough a couple years
Y'all
ago,
listen
right?
to Coco's Corner. Trap Queen Edition 313, y'all.
To be a madam.
I did.
Share
I
with
did.
your friends.
I did.
I wanted to make $10 million, Tiffany.
I had a straight up plan. I was gonna have my the personalized salon. I was gonna groom the girls like Motown. I was gonna have Motown hoes, baby.
Not
Like, I
Motown
was gonna
hoes.
Groom them, honey. Motown,
Hitsville, look.
USA.
You gonna hit
For
Hitsville
hoes.
hoes.
I was gonna
Hitsville for
have a
hoes.
stylist. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be like, look, I'll hold your money for you, hoe. You know what I'm saying? And when you ready to leave me, hoe, you good, hoe.
You gonna open up a
You know
bank
what I'm saying? Hoe, I was gonna have babysitters for the whole kids. Listen, I had it, but I couldn't. The Lord he just stopped my tracks. He stopped my tracks. I just wanted
Crazy.
So I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay, wait. Okay, we back. Okay, so you was a madam.
I was a madam and
Okay.
also a mule.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
did- Okay, so
Okay.
which one you want to talk about first? Being a madam or being a
It's
drug
what,
mule?
What show?
Let's talk about being the madam part.
Okay.
Because people fixated with that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they locked it low. They like, I ain't moving.
I ain't moving.
They're like, I ain't moving.
Well, in my 20s, I modeled and I was doing a photo shoot inside of a strip club, and they began to talk to me and they said, "Have you ever danced before?" And I said, "No, I'm not interested in dancing, but I'm a bartender." And they hired me on the spot, and that's how it kind of began.
Okay.
Mm.
And just making the connections with the ladies and stuff like that.
And I started bartending at the same bar Cash Doll danced at.
Okay.
So that was the beginning.
Oh, Cash became that deal.
So what do you tell a young lady that you will help her to procure her clients?
People will come to me for bachelor parties. I just kind of advertise that, hey, I will book your event, I will bartend your event,
Okay.
and I would bring the girls. And I had set prices, and that's pretty much how I did it.
And then you got your cut.
And from there, right, if they like the particular girl, then we would
You would
continue.
facilitate.
Yes, I would
the
facilitate
scenario.
the meetup.
Okay. okay.
Sometimes I
Okay.
would watch the meetup.
Oh, okay. Because you had
okay.
to make sure she was
That
good.
would make me more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had to give you your
Yeah, because you're there to protect other people.
I'm protecting you, hoes. You know what I'm saying? Give me my... And no disrespect to the hoes, because shoot, every single one of us been a hoe.
Hoes gotta be watched too.
Hoes don't know.
Sometimes we ain't know we been a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect to the hoes. I'm just saying the hoe because that's the life that it was in at the time. Okay, I don't want nobody to be upset.
So
you know what I'm saying?
you were a madam and you were a mule as well.
Yes.
Wasn't
Drug
that
mule.
scary?
It was scary as hell. Can I curse on this?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, it was so scary. It was so scary, but I was like the perfect person to do it because I'm from the burbs.
Right.
So I knew how to talk to the police.
Right.
I didn't have a record.
Oh.
I actually am the only one from my ring that doesn't have a record. I'm
She
the only
said
one that
her ring.
escaped.
Wait a minute, stop the car. She said
Whole ass ring, bro.
So listen. I want y'all to understand. Y'all listen to Coco's Corner.
Hit
We
the
talking
share
about
button,
the
'cause
Trap
this
Queen
live.
edition. But I want y'all to understand the entrepreneurship that goes into
Man, listen.
doing
Yes.
when you do what you do.
That's true.
She said a ring.
Yes.
A whole ass ring.
She said she had the organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
RICO charges.
So how did it?
harassing.
how did they approach you to say, "Hey, we need you to take this to this over there"?
I don't even remember the beginning. I just remember one of my girls approached me and said, "Do you want to make some extra money?"
Oh, that's how it always starts. Listen, every movie, every show.
Wait, Sam, I gotta hear this.
Listen.
I gotta hear this. Wait a minute,
make
best
some
day.
extra money.
So she said, "Hey, you want to make some extra coins?"
And I said, "Duh, yeah, I want to make some extra money." I'm like, "I'm not fucking." I assume was
Right.
I'm like, "I'm not doing that." She was like, "No, just trust me." So I had a meetup downtown in this like really lavish loft, and two guys approached me, and basically they were sitting there like kind of judging me to see if they could trust me.
Okay.
It was kind of like we were doing like verbal contracts to make sure, like, how do I know I can trust you? Who are you? What, it was
Like
like a full
Narcos episode.
Yes. Yes. And I'm just like, you can trust me. I'm a trustworthy person. I'm not
gonna do some
talk.
drug dealing, and you can trust me. How does that come about?
But they do they sort of
Yeah, they can
vet
tell
you.
when you want some bull.
They vet you with
Yeah.
the conversation. You get vetted with the whole conversation, and then once they feel comfortable with you, they sometimes they send you Okay, I'm telling, but intermediately you get a dummy mission, but you don't know it's a dummy mission. Yeah,
They
so
need to know
they gotta know you. Yeah. And they looked at me like, nah. I said, yeah, the feds stop me for everything when I'm at the airport. Everything. Now you might be able to throw it in a car in the back in a suitcase up under the puppy bowl, but
Not the puppy bowl. Okay, keep
overplay. Okay, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
So after they figured they could trust me, then I got sent on my first mission.
Which
And
was from where to where?
I don't want to say my route, but
Okay, you don't have to say the route.
Yeah,
I did have a
please.
specific route
Okay.
that I would always go to. It was outside of Michigan.
Okay.
And you never knew what you were delivering. They would just hand it to you. Then I would have to duct tape it up really strong.
Okay.
to your body, like or like I'm just saying, like on how did
No,
they...
there were other people in the car that had things duct taped around their stomach at particular times, but no, I would have to duct tape it and then hide it. They normally wanted you to hide it between your thighs.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's hot. That's great. Like hot. My thighs be like, bruh, that money be wet. I be
My
like,
thighs rub too hard. It be
I hope y'all
blistered.
put this plastic, double wrap this plastic, because this thing gonna be wet. My thighs
So-
thick.
When you picked up the first time you made the run,
Yeah.
how fast? I mean, your heart beating, your mouth dry, all that.
Yeah, I was terrified. But I arrived at the house and they were really nice.
Okay.
Drug dealers are nice.
They were
Cool ass dope dealers.
Drug dealers
They
are
were really
nice.
Nice. Sidebar.
Some of them are
Until they
nice.
not.
Right, until they're not.
Hey,
Until they're not.
Then it
Until
get
they're
real.
not.
Well, that's
They
everybody
shit.
though, right? Everybody nice to
Everybody
their
nice to you,
And,
best some of their money.
Like Lizzo say, me and Great today gotta
Hey.
be. No.
Okay.
So you
And-
drove, you bought the parcel, bought everything back, got your money.
Yeah, well, first they would have to weigh it out to make sure that
Okay, you had to fix
the
it.
mule
Yeah.
didn't,
Right.
you know,
Right,
take
right.
it.
That was mule. We just called it mule.
D-mules. Like she been debriefed.
So they would weigh everything out and it always checked out and then they would give me the money and I would head back to Detroit.
Wow.
So was it ever a time like where they made you feel like say you were like, I don't want to do this anymore? Was it like how they were like,
absolutely,
nah, bitch, yes you are. Like, was
no,
it like
no,
that,
no,
or
no.
They were cool, like,
No.
nah, you straight.
No, but I was not playing. I'm very particular with my boundaries.
Okay.
And if it's no, it's no. But yeah, pretty much the last mission, it was just ridiculous. So what they started to do was girls were taking dildos and
Oh,
shoveling out the dildos and
Mm.
stuffing it with dog food, putting it in themselves and going through the airport, muling across the country. And that's what they wanted me. And that would have increased it about 3%, my pay.
3% to put a coochie,
I mean-
dog food dildo in your coochie.
I mean,
Okay,
three
no.
times. I don't want to say the number, but three times more. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
So that's 300% though.
Right.
That's too much of
Yeah,
a risk,
right.
though, bruh.
But
That's
here's the thing. So this
Dog
is the
food
sidebar,
dildo.
and then we listen to Coco's Corner, hit the share button. Here's the sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to do that.
Mhm.
I was asked,
Mm.
and before, I couldn't do it because every time I walk to an airport, they looking at me
Yeah.
because they think plus size women are
Are
mules
a
all the
carrier.
time.
They
They
do.
think we
They
carriers
do.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Because they do actually have caught a lot of people, like fuller figure people or big
Yeah.
people
With
who are
all kind of
putting the stuff in their bodies, cutting up in their
Mhm.
like
I've
their
heard
calves
that
and shit like
before.
All
that.
that.
So
Mhm.
that is a thing. So that's why they do profile people like you and I
Oh,
even
yeah.
more. Because I
Yeah.
gotta stand on the thing, extra strength hard. They be like, hey, move your legs, open your legs, widen your legs. I be like, damn, nigga, you want me to squat in the TSA machine?
Listen,
Yeah, I don't-
Right.
I've been pulled. I can't count the amount of times I've been pulled out of line, told to stand over to the side, and I'm looking at the corner of my eye because here come the dope dog,
Mhm.
and I'm standing there, and the lady was like, "Well," I was coming back from Miami, and the lady was like, and she kept. I said, "Ma'am, listen, it's gonna go off because my knees are titanium."
Right,
Mhm.
right.
But they had put me in this plastic, thick plexiglass like closet. And everybody could look at me. She said, stand there till the TSA agent get you out. So once she got me out, took me to the side. The dog standing there. She winded me again. I said, man, my knees gonna go
You
off.
staring at the dog staring at you. You
And
like,
dog looking
nigga,
at
you
me.
gonna say something or no? You gonna bark? Can I go? Ain't that no? My bitch got a flight.
Listen, they done ran the scan
dog
over
ain't
my
barking.
purse, all that. So I said, man, my knees titanium. She said, shit, don't tell anybody because in some countries they'll cut the titanium out your knees. I said, ma'am, I'm
Man,
not going to them countries. But I've always been targeted, so I never did it.
Did it.
But I
Mhm.
knew people that we would be together, and I knew the rules. I'm 50 feet in front of you, 50 feet behind you, because if they knock you, I'm strolling. I'm steadily walking. I know the rules. And I was like, Tiffany, if whatever I'm going to do it by myself. I'm
Yeah, that's your best bet.
I'm going
That's
to
your
take this
best bet.
penitentiary
Yeah,
risk
yeah,
by myself if
yeah.
I'm
By myself,
driving or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And if I got to be in a car with some people, the police going to be like, oh, y'all too goofy. Y'all
Because
ain't
it's
got nothing.
always that one clown that you end up messing with. You be like, oh, they cool. I'm going to, you know. And those are the ones to get you popped. So it is.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
want to do your, what they say, real G's move.
Real G's
Move
moving
in silence,
silence.
yes.
Hey, I'm telling you.
So wait. So all this time, Day Flowers, were you still an artist and painting and doing all that stuff like that?
Yeah, secretly, privately. I didn't put my
Wow.
art out
So
there.
that was your therapy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That kept me sane. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So what do you think, like, does it come from like survival, like when you start that kind of life, you like, because I didn't have this growing up or whatever, or you just like, this fun.
It was
Like shit.
no. I just had actually. I come from money, so that is the only thing that saved me. I actually knew how money
That it wasn't you
is
weren't
not.
pressed.
I wasn't
Mhm.
impressed. You know,
right.
everybody else
Right.
got like wrapped up in it. They were in survival mode. I
Okay.
was raised on like love.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, you know, I just had a set goal to reach a cap, and then I promised myself I would quit. I wanted
Okay.
to make a major purchase,
Okay.
and once I made that major purchase,
That's very
that set up my life.
disciplined. A lot of people don't have that discipline.
Yeah,
For real.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, where you had to stop yourself. That's the best way.
It was hard.
Do it.
It was
Yeah,
hard.
So
yeah.
Tiffany, so
Girl. I just can't.
So funny.
and here's the funny part. So I remember the boosters back in the day, and there was one lady in particular, God rest her soul, her name was Mama Dot.
Mhm.
and listen, her whole, like, if you go over her house on Saturday, it was like you was in the store.
Right.
and everything was everything. The stuff was over
She had
here.
the sizes probably lined up in appropriate order, like racks. She probably had the
St.
racks on the
John's
stove.
and all that stuff like that.
Man.
But everybody couldn't go to her. And like Tiffany said, it was other people that always. It was people I knew that had mattresses, furniture.
Listen, the hood had to do it, man.
And everything was in place. And I knew people that they be like, hey, and they kept telling me one of my girlfriends was like, your girl be. I said, what?
Like, no, she don't. No, Cheryl don't. Yes, Cheryl do.
I'm gonna say this as a sidebar. My daughter was a baby. My daughter was some months old, and we would go shopping, and I'd be finna get the strolling stuff out the car, and no, it was like it was a while, and I'd be finna get the stroller out. She'd be like, no, I carry her. So she carried my daughter. She got the diaper bag on her shoulder.
This your homegirl. This is your homegirl.
This was my homegirl.
Okay.
And she be like, go on, get what you gonna get. So I'm like, listen.
Wait, so unbeknownst to you, your homegirl is using your child's
I
stroller.
use my own child.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. I'm not laughing.
You
but
gotta
just
watch
like,
Trap Queens.
you
You
gotta
gotta
watch
watch
it.
it. Yeah, I
was like,
did.
yes, like,
Because here's
Yeah.
the thing. People don't think
It's a
that
decoy.
you,
yeah.
and
I
people
know.
don't think that, and then people coming up, oh, this baby's so beautiful.
But dude, how do you
I was
think, like-
pregnant doing it, and it was like, oh my God, you look so beautiful.
They
oh,
too worried.
when
They
are
worried
you
about other stuff.
They so worried about my
Pregnant woman.
pregnancy
Right,
that
right.
they didn't even know.
That
And
you
I'm
was
like,
eating
I
them.
done just got $2,000 out y'all ass real quick. That's, I mean, it was,
But it
that was.
But to be honest,
Yeah.
like if I knew my homegirl was like getting in, I would be cool. But like because she didn't know, like she's just hanging out with her girl. So what if her girl had gotten popped?
But
Then she's
here's the
with
thing.
her,
No,
you know, that
But see,
kinda-
here's the thing. When I found out, I was like, oh, okay. And I was in a tight situation.
So you was like, listen,
So she
why
was
you
like,
ain't let me know?
So no, because she didn't let me know because she knew that if I knew, I would give it away.
Okay. Which I understand. I respect
Yeah,
that.
I
respect that.
would give it away. So she carrying my
She
daughter.
knew that one all the way.
Not that
down.
one, not that jam. I did other stuff, but that wasn't
Yeah.
it. So she had a bag, and we get in the car. She was like, "I told you don't get this," and she was like, "Pull off."
She had you good.
And she had everything in the bag. My daughter sleep on her shoulder, everything. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
I was getting $169 every 2 weeks on ADC.
Ooh, that was before the ADC, y'all.
She
That was
said
younger people's
ADC.
girl.
Yes,
That was
ADC.
the new DHS. That's
Yes,
the old
that's the-
DHS.
that's the
Yes,
old
when they called it
DHS.
social
Yeah.
service
Yeah.
office.
Yes.
And I had a
Yeah.
Medicaid
Yeah.
card.
Man.
Okay, so that's my daughter 35.
Yeah,
So
getting
I,
straight up food stamps.
Yes,
for
the
real.
paper stamp.
Paper, yes. Not no bridge card,
No.
paper.
Girl, when they had the different colors.
Yes.
And then they see your somebody mama used to
I'm
send
like,
you to
Mom,
the
give me the
store.
$10
Yeah.
book so
Yeah.
I can go to the penny candy
Yeah,
store.
that's what I and get a whole
Yeah.
bunch of change.
Period.
Ooh, used to be good off of them stamps
And
with
them
the color
period.
stamps.
But that was
Bruh.
the period of my life and the transition in my life.
Yeah.
And then she went to like Tiff said, she started doing checks.
Yeah.
So we would go in somewhere and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, they got the machine." And certain places had the telecheck machine, but if you didn't write a check for over a certain amount,
It was-
they
it
would
was-
just look at it and put it
Just
under
put
the
it through.
put it in the drawer.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to this day, that person that write the check at the store make me upset. Like I
I do
try
too.
to, because you like, bruh, this like I just found out like about a couple weeks ago that I could just tap my card on the thing. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, I've been putting the chip thing in. Now I was in the mirror like,
Just tap.
and then people were looking like weird, like she didn't even put her thing in the car. You're like, yes, I did.
But
it's modern technology.
as a transition occurred, you knew what to do.
Yeah, the
so
change.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you. And Day, I'm gonna ask you this question. Your very first time, who coached you to do this? What was the conversation that you said, okay, I'm gonna do it?
Nobody.
Really?
It was that movie.
Lift.
It was that movie Lift.
Wow.
Nobody coached me. The thing was the judge, when I got a much bigger case,
Okay.
the judge,
Wait, I gotta stop you just one sec.
Mhm.
So it was more cases?
oh yeah, I have 5 felonies.
Oh,
Yeah.
sis, okay, you
Yeah, I have 5 felonies. I have to own my own business.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 5 felonies.
Yeah,
So
but you ain't no joke, though. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
girls.
but you know,
Damn.
it's like, you know, all I did was take, you
said
know
all
what?
I did, yeah.
All I did was take what I used to do that was illegal and ain't did nothing but
Flipped it.
made,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, money
yeah,
the legal way,
yeah.
doing the same thing. I
Yeah.
sell
Using
clothes
that same
and
like
I had the same
entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah. So
Same business.
I
now.
always felt like with what I was doing, if I had to apply, even with how I was changing the receipts to like get the money, I always felt like if I had to apply that to something,
Listen.
I could have been working in corporate America.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
even
yeah.
my family has always said, oh my gosh, you know, I could spot a thief a mile away.
Wow.
I know like the different security areas and things like
You're very
that.
perceptive on that.
Yeah. So I
That-
studied those type of things to where even the judge, like, with me figuring out money, they thought that I used to work in the stores just because I knew the system.
You
So,
paid attention.
but I
you
paid,
studied.
but my
Yeah.
mind, even my children, when they saw the Trap Queens thing, my youngest son was like, "Mom,
Gee
you
whiz.
so smart."
Yes, that when I say that is like that you
And
high key
it
genius,
was
like,
it was
seriously.
a genius type thing that I actually did, but I didn't look at it that way. I was just more concerned about making my money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But you
that
have
was
to,
it.
But I think because we so quick to judge, like you
Right,
said,
Yeah.
we don't understand the amount of genius that goes into being a drug
Yeah,
mule,
yeah.
being a madam,
Yeah.
you know, doing clothes and boosting. Like people tend to be dismissive when you think about that. But Heidi Fleiss ran a
Bruh,
a multi-million dollar
business.
Madam
talking about
Ring.
killing the game.
And here was the thing that got her caught up. She wrote it down.
And they wanted that book, honey.
They wanted that
That's
book.
how I was.
Yeah.
If they had
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have probably never went to prison if I didn't have my evidence in the damn car. Of like what I was doing to change the receipts,
Okay.
how I was doing this, how, you know, having the tape in the car, just doing a whole lot of different things. It's like they knew, so they can only get so much.
Yeah,
So
right,
when I
right.
did go before the judge, he was like, "Oh, Miss, my maiden name is Bell." So he was like, "Oh, Miss Bell, Miss Peak, you just a one Roman crime spree. You just out here just doing. Oh, you ain't learned. Oh, I have 5 felonies. I'm a second habitual. If I was to take a piece of gum out of CVS right now, I'm going to prison for 20 years.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's that deep. So I always tell people, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that I was doing that either I never told, that is actually in paperwork you can look up, I always say thank you, God, because with the amount of money and things that I was doing and
You coulda
getting,
still been
I
in
was
there,
supposed to be
baby.
in prison, not no 2 years. I was supposed to be in there for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know they give
Yeah.
sisters and brothers
Yeah.
all the time they can. So I
Definitely.
understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
So best day flowers. I'm so glad you ladies said y'all was gonna come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
Because we gonna hang out for a minute. But you, did you quit or did you get caught?
No, I never got caught. Yeah, I was.
I should have been hanging out with their ass.
Thank
Me
you.
and they should have linked up.
I know it's very rare, and I'm very blessed. But I had to trust my intuition, and like I said, not get greedy in the game. And pretty much, yeah, everyone in my ring got arrested, has felonies, and one got deported.
Do you think it was
Wait,
like,
hold on. You ain't gonna start about that deported.
Hey, deported.
No. Were they Canadian or something?
No,
no.
Albanian.
They was on 24-hour flight.
Okay.
You on that plane all day. They fly you to New York, then you go to London, then Russia, then Albania. You on that plane all damn day.
A whole 24 hours.
You on that flight. That's a 24-hour flight. Right.
Wow.
And when they deport you, got to sit in the airport with them cold ass handcuffs
I
on.
hope you got some people still there.
Listen,
Because some people, like, they been here so long, they don't have people in there.
No, they got people there because they've been sending money back.
Man.
Okay, never mind. So
Okay.
wait a
She
minute.
was the one who actually put me in the game too. That one who
Oh,
got
that's the one that
deported.
said, you want to make some couple dollars?
Yep, she's the one who
Wow.
put me in the game.
So let
Yeah.
me ask you a question. Do you still see every now and then some of the people that
Yes,
She's like, yes.
you do too. One of them is an artist that's very
okay.
prominent in Detroit.
Okay, listen, I believe that. Listen here, you see how I'm straightening this cord out? I believe that. Yeah. But it's so amazing that I'm looking at you two beautiful women and the mind. And I tell people all the time, women are so very methodical.
Mm-hmm.
We can assess the situation and we think things out, and men, and it's nothing personal because we just wired that
Yeah,
way.
it just is what it is. Yeah,
And we do what we do and all of that stuff. But it's just amazing to me how we move and shift, and how you can look at somebody and you see something like Dave, you said you made the run, they did the duct tape and all that stuff like that, took the stuff back, got your money, and all those things. And then Tiffani, you said you could go in and see. Here's the thing now. You all are the people that I say companies and businesses need to
That's
My
what I was
family
gonna
tell
say.
me that all the
Because
time.
I was gonna say that, like, these are corporate mindsets.
This is
This is a
definitely.
corporate
Yes.
mindset. So
I've been told
how
that.
that's why I don't judge anyone who had to live a life and do what they do.
I've
because-
actually been reached out to.
because
I believe that.
After
Yes.
Trap
like,
Queens came
Yes.
out,
you
I had a
be teaching them
major
the game.
store reach out to me like Thursday.
yeah, yeah.
And here's the thing,
They
because
need to tap in.
because and that's it. Like if somebody is saying, "Hey, you know what? We need you to help us with this particular sex trafficking or this particular thing," you have to get somebody that knows what somebody
Right,
look
right,
like. And I
right.
see all the people that's governmental and federal and badges and all. That's cool. Yeah, I know this. That's cool. That's cool. But somebody that been in the trenches, see, y'all folks that's there y'all ain't never stood in the mud.
Right.
Exactly.
Y'all not got it from the mud. You ain't never stood in the mud to
Right.
bend down and pick it up.
In the first place, right?
In the first place.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know what to look for because you've never been there. But somebody like Day or Tiffani, you can see it from across the room.
Yeah.
You can see a young girl that's in an uncomfortable situation with somebody from across the room.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They body language. Tiff,
Exactly.
you could go in the store right now. I could take you in the store and you'd be like, "Yep, he do loss prevention." Because you get trained because they posture. It was a sidebar. I was a guy. I was at Oakland Mall, and I went in. This was when Oakland Mall was Oakland Mall. Not that it ain't Oakland Mall, but I went in one of
It
the
ain't.
stores,
It's still
and they was finna close. And I went in one of the stores, and I was buying some makeup and getting some links taken out of a watch. Loss prevention. The man comes stand next to me. Come stand right next to me. And you know how I had a hoodie on, some sweatpants, and the man was standing next to me. I
their
was like,
assumption that you don't have any money.
yeah, and I was looking crazy.
Yeah.
I said, "Sir," I said, "Can I help you?" "No, I'm looking for my daughter a watch."
She over there.
I said, "No, you're not." He told me, "What?" I said, "You ain't looking for your daughter no watch. I came in to get some links taken out of a watch, and you saw me moving fast." I said, "You work here?" He told me, "No, I don't." I said, "You work loss prevention." He told me, "What?" I said, "You got a newspaper upside
He
down.
acted incredulous.
And the date,
What?
The date
How
is a
dare
month
you?
old." I said, "You an old, bespeckled looking white man with some khakis. You know you lost prevention." I said, "Go back up in the mirror right over there and tell them I ain't stealing nothing. I just ran in to get some makeup and something else." I said, "Macy's."
What's
Makeup.
crazy though is it is racial profiling because the wealthy white folks that I know will come into a spot looking extra strength crazy with all the money, in
And
the
that's
bank,
why
and they do
that's
not
why I
bother
went
them.
over
Yeah.
the top
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
myself look
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Like you belong.
like I'm a
Yeah.
typical.
Yeah.
They thought who I was married to was
Had to
like
be
a ball player.
Yeah.
They thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hustled in mink coats. I had
Yeah.
Chanel bags, and
Yeah.
my hair was always appropriate.
Right.
Yes,
Not like
It wasn't
wild,
like
crazy.
this.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
No,
like
that's
my
appropriate.
hair.
It was safe with
It was safe for what they thought.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
This
right.
rich black woman should
You
look
profiled
like.
their asses.
Yeah, I profiled them. Yeah.
So I've been thinking about this the whole time. So for you, Day, like I've had the experience where like when I was thinking about being a madam because for some strange reason, young women who were say like very pretty, but you could tell like they needed some guidance. And they start talking to me, and I'm like, why are you talking about you look? They like, oh my god, like you're so smart. So the last time, it was just a couple years back, I was at a restaurant, and this chick named Bunny, like she was a baddie, bad white chick with the pop and a boom boom. So she's talking like I'm with my friends, we're having dinner, and I'm kicking it with her, and she's like, yeah, I used to be at this club and I date this guy, and I'm like, girl, you ain't got to do that. I'm counseling her, while we having dinner. And then she walked off, and then my homegirl was like, she want to be your hoe. And I'm like, no, man. That ain't how. And then I thought about it. I was like, I could pimp. But I was like, no.
But I could.
So I see how women would feel comfortable talking to you because you have that welcoming energy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like you make them feel safe, and you probably like just kicked it with them.
Yeah.
And so they were like, well, I'll give you, if you protect me, I'll give you my safety.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people wonder like how these women get to other women, because I don't know what I think it's just the energy or spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I just decided that I'll probably get in trouble because I was gonna go hard.
You was going in.
I was going to have the flyest whole house.
Yeah, a guy ended up telling me.
He was
telling
like,
me I could have did what you did.
Oh yeah, you could
Just because of my persona.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I almost carried myself masculinely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now
You
listen.
got to.
Because I was making money.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't need no motherfucking nigga to do shit for me.
Be gone.
So I carry. So when you said madam, I'm like, damn, I used to want to be one. Because when he put that idea in my head, he was like,
That was your
the
next
hoes
plan.
love you.
Yeah.
because like at that time I was partying and I was doing different things, and I'm buying bottles, I'm
Right.
doing this,
Right.
whatever. So it was that perception, like,
Yeah.
who is this bitch? Is
And
this
you
a
would've
dope
done
nigga's
it.
woman?
Yes.
Be
Or
real,
what is
you
it?
would
You
have
know what
taken
I'm
better
saying?
care of them.
Oh
than
yeah,
these
yeah, but I
guys do,
never got
unfortunately.
off into that.
I mean, a
Never
lot of them
did.
were just fucking for free.
They
Yeah.
were.
It
You
wasn't
like,
a
girl,
hard
maximize.
negotiation.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I know who you're
Yeah.
fucking. Let's run that check.
Yeah. Period.
So
yeah.
it was that simple. They
Period.
could still have fun
Yes.
and fuck all day
Yeah.
and get a check.
But you better give me
I
that
give me the
cash.
money.
Mhm.
So
right.
it's funny you say that about the masculine energy because
Yeah.
a lot of women, and we already got
And
the
I think that's
testosterone.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of women,
Yeah.
when you get into certain arenas that are usually male dominated,
Yeah.
you do take on
A
a masculine
masculine
energy.
energy.
I
Like-
think you naturally have it though.
I
and then
automatically,
then you
my
tap into
boyfriend
it.
says that now. He's like, you act like you don't need. I'm like, I do need you.
Right, yes.
He just knows that I've just been used to. And I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, I've had good men in my life, and then I've had some sorry ass men.
Right, right.
But the thing about it is, it's like if they tell. I think what bothers me if it's a nigga tell me no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm the
That
same way.
burns me
I know.
up.
And you
Same way.
used to like having
So you know,
that,
and so my mindset is gonna
Yeah.
kick in and be like, "Oh, fuck you,
I'm gonna get this.
I'm gonna get this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think
yeah,
I don't even think it's like just the guys telling you no. I think if life tells
me no,
you're that
I
type
take
of
it.
person.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
that's
take
what
the
it
bull
is.
by
Yeah,
the
like, oh,
horns.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm about to show
nothing.
you, yeah.
I don't let it may knock me down, but it never keeps me on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
Never.
Wow.
I think
Never.
that's so dope, sis. And I know I don't want to do this like crime is the greatest thing. Or it's
Yeah.
hype, but it is a part of life. Everybody does things in life. They use their gifts for things, right?
Mhm.
And we've all had different paths. Now you can use that, like what you've been through, as an inspiration for other girls to be like, or other men and women, like, all right, like if you have a certain mindset and a business mindset, and you could do some things, some great things, don't be in this corner here,
And I
because
think
it doesn't last long.
It don't.
Too much.
And at one time, I used to thought my hustle was gonna last forever.
Because that's that invincible feeling.
Because I did
Right.
feel invincible.
Right.
Or like when, like after Trap Queens came out, my DMs, I can't even answer them all.
Yeah.
I think one lady stood out. I had blotted her face out, and I reposted her, and she said that thank you.
Wow.
She was like, because it's making me emotional.
Okay.
But she said thank you
Oh,
because she had been locked up like 6 different times.
oh man.
And she got small
We
children.
need some tissue, fellas.
Yeah.
And she said, watching that, she said she about to go back to prison.
Wow.
But when I work, I show people how I package my orders. I show them going to the post. I'm going to the post office. I show
The
everything
work behind the scenes. Yeah.
I show them the work ethic.
Yeah.
I show them how I am with
Because
my
you
children.
always had it. Always.
Yeah.
Because I always had it. So for somebody to reach out and say that, for a young man to come in my DM and say, thank you, you such a motivation to me. When I come home, I'm not doing bank fraud no more.
That's what's up, man.
Because when you show people, we
It's
can
another
laugh
way.
and joke
Yeah.
about, we can laugh and joke about making the money and,
Right.
what we got and all this other stuff and, how we finesse, the system.
Right.
But to get somebody to literally like see God's hand on your life and the full transformation of like, I did this, but it's helping somebody.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
give a hell what anybody
Yeah.
say about me.
Right.
Because let's be real, your life and the life was glamorous as hell, but that damn start over,
Yeah.
baby,
I lost everything.
that start over was
I lost
probably the
everything.
realest part
Yeah.
that people don't get. And to see you take those crumbs that was left, right, and then you rebuilt them brick by brick by brick, that's some real shit.
It's a
sis.
lot.
Like,
It's
that's
a
dope.
lot.
So
You can
I get why
lose
you're
it
emotional.
all.
I get why
Yeah.
you feel that. And I think and I appreciate that you do show these people like, okay, yeah, it was all fun and games, but the start over was hard. So this is how I did it. Because a lot of people, they know how to get that part, right? The hot part.
But the transition,
right? When you
yes.
get popped and you get knocked and then you start over, they don't know how to come back.
But see, this is another thing too. Like when you've done what we've done, it's like, okay, it's something that's really what we have done. It's not really talked about. Yeah, you hear the scammers and stuff like that now, but you hear about the drug addiction. You hear about alcoholism. You hear about gambling addiction.
Right.
You never really hear about the shoplifter. You
'Cause that's an
never
addiction
really.
also.
That's an
Yeah,
addiction.
yeah, it is.
That is something that has been cast over,
Yeah.
like, they got, Alcoholics Anonymous and
all that.
Gamblers Anonymous and all this other stuff, but you never hear them talk about getting out of the prostitution ring.
Right.
You never hear
Right.
about them
Right.
getting out of to stop stealing.
Right.
You never hear that.
Yeah.
So that takes I went to a psychiatrist. Black folks don't like, they don't think
yeah.
they need
I'm down with therapy.
I went to
I'm down for it.
I went to a
down for it.
psychiatrist. I needed it,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of built up things built in my mind from me being poor, me wearing the same stuff every day.
Right.
It was like, okay, well, that was like a trigger for me that I ain't wearing the same shit twice ever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
You
We
gonna
gotta
change
talk.
this.
We gotta talk about let's talk about that. So listen, I need y'all to share this. Listen to Coco's Corner Trap Queen Edition 313. And yes, I told y'all we are doing we looking for sponsors, and for Black History Month, we doing a sponsor special, but y'all got to text or call my burnout phone, 313-221-6184, 313-221-6184, 313-221-6184. If you're not serious about your business and you're trying to really invest in your business, please don't call or text me. Don't call or text me that your nephew is a rapper.
Oh, God.
And this the link.
Can I see his album,
and it
his
sounds like
SoundCloud? 313, baby, B-I-G. Oh, wait, 8, babe. With the little Casio keyboard beats and stuff. No,
So
I'm not doing
Tiffani and Best Day, going from where you were to where you are, Day Flowers, and I know I call you Best Day and because I like both of the names.
I like it
and I like the
too.
Tiffany Rose. See, and it's a spiritual thing.
It is.
Because
It is.
flowers and rose.
Rose.
And see that's deep, ain't
Okay,
it?
you went there.
God know.
You went
God
You
know.
went there.
Flowers and roses. They're
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay.
So from the last time you said I'm done with this to where you are now, what happened
What
that
shifted?
transpired in your life? Yeah, with the shift.
As far as the madam, someone tried to drug me.
Oh,
I'm a firm believer in like taking signs, and God spared me
Yeah.
because sometimes I would have a drink.
Okay.
I was a big party girl back in the day.
Okay.
And I don't know why. This particular night, for some reason, I just did not want to drink. So somebody was buying me drinks, and I was giving them to my male friend. So I'm like, and they're thinking I'm taking the drinks. I'm being slick with it, and I'm just handing him all the Hennessy's. By the end of the night, I'm in the car with him, and he just clutches over on my stick, and it shifts my car, and the police are in front of me.
Oh, okay.
So you hit the police car?
No.
Okay. Ooh, jeez.
It shifted to like neutral or something.
Okay,
So I
okay.
couldn't hit. I had to stop, do a full stop
Right.
to shift back, and the police just stopped. And I had to turn that West Bloomfield on.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
Let's reenact
There you
that,
go.
please. Hold on, we got to reenact that. Stop the car right now.
He's friend.
Because I need to hear that conversation.
I had to turn that West Bloomfield on.
The WB, honey.
I didn't give them.
WB.
I did not give them the opportunity to pull me over. I pulled up next to them,
Right.
and I swerved next to them and rolled down my. Hi, officer. Is there a reason you stopped in the middle of the road? You did a full stop in the middle of the road.
Incredulous to them.
Yes. I'm like,
Yes.
oh my God, my friend had too much to drink. He's so drunk. I'm the designated driver. Oh my
Wait,
goodness. I
sing sogginess of the
That
voice.
voice.
I'm the designated
driver.
So, I mean, oh my God.
I mean,
And they fall for it every time.
They fell for it, and they were just like, okay, be safe, Rolled up my window. When I got to drop him off, he wouldn't really wake up, and he eventually woke up, and then he just started taking all his clothes off in the yard.
Oh my God.
He just started, and I thought he had got so drunk, and I was like, I'm never going to be his friend again. He cannot handle his liquor. This is so irresponsible. I'm sick of, babysitting adults. The next day, he went to the hospital, and his mom was a nurse at that hospital. He tested
goodness.
Rohypnol or something?
two street drugs.
Yep.
And she, I think till this day, she thinks that he took those drugs, but those drugs were inside those drinks that I gave them because they were trying to drug me.
And I'm glad he's okay, too.
Yeah, he's okay. Yep. Mhm.
Wow. So
Jeez.
imagine. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
the luck of it all.
That was
I
stop
never
me,
turned
too.
down
I'm
a
like,
drink.
Yeah, that was divine
that
intervention.
was,
yeah.
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 I think it's
Yeah.
time to just change
Yeah, that's
avenues.
right.
It's kinda dirty out here.
Because what if you had got drugged?
Yeah.
And what if your friend had got drunk?
Yes.
Mm.
So he wouldn't have been able to
Oh.
protect you. You know
He
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
even been able to.
Yeah.
So thank God for that.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
See,
a
we
lot.
don't, and these are conversations and stories that we never hear. We always hear this what happened or whatever. Y'all hear the top, but y'all don't hear the buying the dishes, the cake pan, the flour, the sugar,
Right.
all
The
that stuff to make
process
the
of
cake.
it
You
all,
get the
yeah.
cake when you go to the bakery, but you
Yeah.
don't know what went into baking the cake. What was your transition, Tiffany? What was the thing that you said, you know what? Okay. Because you said you got 5 felonies. So what was the 5th felony that made you say, oh, I'm going to stop. I'm going to still sell clothes and do what I do. and all of that. But what was the thing that made you say, okay, I'm done?
2016, I did have Tiffany Rose Collections. I had just gotten over breast cancer. And I went to the mall with my daughter. She was going to get something, and I stole a skirt to wear to church.
Damn.
Wait.
I'm not, Tiff. I'm not.
Yep.
Damn.
I told my Bishop Edgar Van, I told him.
Shout out Bishop Van.
Over Second Ebenezer.
Absolutely.
Shout it out.
That's our sister church. That's our sister church.
Yes, Bishop Edgar Van.
Damn.
I stole a skirt to wear to church.
Okay.
Didn't have to
It
take
was out
it.
of the
It was out of the addiction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got home, my now ex, but my man at the time, I sat them down at the dining room table. It was that Sunday. I wore the skirt to church. See, I'm somebody. I was stealing, honey. I pay my tithes.
I love. You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on, Tim.
Oh, I wouldn't hustle on
listen,
Sundays, honey. I had to be
you
at
did
church
them. You
because
did it.
my hustle money I made all that week, I'm paying my tithes.
And
with that.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
And people could say whatever they want
So
to say.
y'all say what y'all
Yeah.
want to say.
I know a bunch of folks.
I know a lot of
I
I
know
know
drug
some
dealers
cats
that do
I
that.
do too. Listen,
Yeah.
I promise you, I
Yes.
know a cat, and he
Yes.
just within the last 5 years said he was through. He got married, had a baby, whatever.
Mhm.
But me and him had a conversation. He said every Sunday he would send his tithes to church
Mhm.
with his mama.
Mhm.
For real, for real.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
he said he believes that's the thing
That's
that
what
kept
keeps
him.
him.
Yes.
Baby,
I say it all the
listen.
time. You can't
Baby,
tell me with
listen.
all the stuff that I've done.
Yes.
I was still,
you still had that
I still
grace.
had morals. I still had faith.
Yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
teetered both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
See, I love
Yeah.
me some Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll cuss your ass out and steal
Right.
in a minute. You know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry, God, but I mean that's how I was.
Listen, that's the truth. That's who you
I
are.
still kind of like that now, but yeah, but like pretty much for the most part, it wasn't until I wore that skirt to church that Sunday.
It got in your spirit.
Bishop preached something, and I told him I can't even remember what you preached that Sunday. But you talking about a conviction
Wow.
to where when I left out the church that day, I played my gospel music and I sang and I sang and I sang in the car, and it turned into a praising of,
Wow.
God.
Yes. Right.
To where I said, Lord, I'm going to put Tiffany Rose Collections in your hands. Just like how I put my life in your hands when you saved my life from stage 3B breast cancer.
Wow.
It was about to approach 4. I know folks that died from stage 3. So I'm going to put my life in your hands. I would never touch another thing in a store. I would do right by my customers. If I can't provide a service, I will refund them. I don't keep
Wow.
nobody's money. I would do everything possible if I just put my life in your hands, and I won't pretty much SHIT on your name
Okay.
ever
Wow.
again.
Wow.
And that was 2016.
That's a real life. I think that is how it works.
Mhm.
Because even we think we'll be like, oh, people not in Christ, they not doing this. No, we are covered.
Oh, I am.
We are covered. And even in our darkest times and our grimiest times,
Mhm.
we still have to give him praise because he will pull you out. If
Mhm.
you that 1 foot here and the 1 foot there, eventually that other foot is gonna go. So like we talk about hey, we got a church, you know what I'm saying? Our homeboy was that guy. We knew that, and he did faithfully, and then God ended up changing his life as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I just can't stand judging people and their journey because we
can't.
all have it.
We all
And
have
that's
a
why when
journey.
I told my bishop, him and his wife,
Oh, they're
they
amazing.
cool.
They're amazing.
The Vans are cool.
ever-
The Vans are
ever
really good
judge
people.
me.
They're really good people.
he was supposed to be in one of the segments in Trap
Wow.
Queens, but just time
Right,
got
right.
away, from us. But he came out for me. He did
He
the
had your
whole
back.
interview. I was like, I want that clip from when we did it, whatever. But I think when you can have faith, but then when you have your family praying for you, or you have like a good leadership, or or just like I only got like a couple of folks around me that really
but somebody still got to be in your corner.
But somebody got they got to.
Yeah,
and then when you tell
when
you tell your story, it can help other people.
It does.
I mean, folks talk about me all the time. I don't give a rat's ass. You know what I'm
God's
saying?
still gonna use
Because
you
what God
is
is gonna do, see, God is gonna still bless me, and I know He is, and I am gonna be bold and boastful about it because I know He's keeping me, and I know He's blessing me.
He's kept you through everything that you've done. He's kept you through. You're a mother. You a wife.
My kids never had to go in the system.
Wow, that's a blessing in this.
That lets you know how my family love me and they care. Because I was locked up with women that their kids was in the system.
They ain't had nobody.
Let's talk. Okay, so Tiffani, you said that. Let's talk about that. Being a mother and having that conversation with your children when they saw Trap Queens.
My kids always knew.
Okay.
So it wasn't that my kids just saw gifts.
Okay.
They see money. They just see
right.
They just see $200-$300 gym shoes.
But you make
they
it
don't
work.
care.
But hold on,
I make them work.
I've seen you on social media.
Yeah.
You had them young men boxing up stuff and packing up stuff.
Yeah. They get a check every week.
Yeah. Listen, I be like, what is all of that stuff?
Yeah.
And I'm always looking like, dang, she ain't got it in my. So I'm gonna tell you now, I need somebody to like that rap you got on. I need one of them in like a 3X.
Okay.
But I see you make them work.
Oh yeah, because I was married. They father. I didn't have a bunch of baby daddies. My kids is by 2 men, but but my 3 sons are by 1 man.
Okay.
And he's not in their life. So when I talk about the masculine demeanor,
I take
that on.
Yeah.
So I might talk harsh to him. I might bust him in the chest.
Absolutely.
Sorry, child
Right.
services. But
understand.
but I have to groom my sons. My sons are not going to be womanizers.
Right.
They not gonna be male gigolos.
Right.
They gonna get that money.
Right. Right.
And all because they see their mother. I get up at 3:50 every morning. My children see that.
Wow.
They see me work. They see me talk to customers. They see me printing off labels. They see me packaging up stuff. I do a lot of that stuff by myself. So when my children get older,
You
it's
lead by
like
example.
I'm leading by example
Yep. You gotta
because
show
it's
'em.
no man there. Yeah, I got a man. We don't live together,
Right.
but he shows them as much as he can show them
On his end.
end.
Yeah.
'Cause those not his children.
Right.
But when he's not there, it's up to me. I birthed them. Those are mine. So I have to show them and groom them in a way to where it's like, okay, if I was to die today, they got the
gonna
tools
be all right. Yeah.
and they got
leaving
the
a legacy.
they got
Yeah.
the life insurance.
You ain't gonna have no
GoFundMes.
3 useless men in the world. I know what you're saying.
I'm serious about my children, from my grown daughter to my young sons. That's where my thought process is with them, just trying to show them greatness.
It has to be. We have to, because there are people always watching you. Dave Flowers, I'm sure it was people always watching you that was like, what's she doing?
Mm-hmm.
What she got going on?
I mean, since I grew up with money, they thought my parents
They didn't
were
know.
kind of,
They didn't know no difference.
yeah, they thought my parents were just pumping me money. They didn't know I
Wow.
was making that myself. Yeah.
So, what was your motivation? So you came from money. Your parents were successful. What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this?
I think because I was from a successful, like my dad is so successful, my mom too. Like I had very high standards.
Okay.
So
That was just your way to get it.
yes.
Yeah, you were
I knew
like,
I could
okay, I
get
can be
it.
successful. I'm going to just get it like this.
That's called non-traditional revenue.
Period. Get it like this. then, okay?
Non-traditional revenue.
You know,
Yeah.
I was in college during the whole time I was doing all of this too.
Lord.
Nina
said, are we
Nina
taking questions? Yes, we
Nina
are.
Loco, we are taking questions. If you got a question, please text us your question, and we are definitely taking questions because it's so many things that I think I appreciate you all for sharing the story and the mindset or whatever, because pulling back the layers, we got a stereotype. You know, we look at people like, but everything that you ladies have talked about, like when you said the madam, I was like, yeah, I want us to do that.
Hey, I'm being honest. I had a whole plan, fam. I had linked up with my homegirl who real, like, she on point too, and we were gonna. She was like, then we both had this epiphany. We were like, God gonna get us, girl, and she was like, I know, and I'm like, but we was gonna make some money.
Listen. As of, what is this, 2021? I would say 2019, I had a conversation. The young lady was like, you know what? If you was a dominatrix, you would make so much money. And let me tell you what stopped me, honest to goodness. The fact that, number one, I got a grandson that'll be 20 in March. Yeah, so that was like, I was like, but this what really stopped me. And my mind kicked in. What if I'm doing something with a man and like choking him and he, you know, you got a safe word. And he died.
Have a heart attack.
Hey, like that episode of Pose, and they left him in the box too long. Listen, and then you know you gonna call me, and then I'm like, bitch, why you kill this man?
I just imagine myself naked with some high heels on and a teddy with a whip. And he died, not from nothing that we did, but from just natural causes. Yeah. And I'm sitting there butt-ass naked.
You still
you ain't naked. You a dominatrix.
I'm naked because I love to be naked. I'm like, she calling the police like,
she got a problem. It's
hey,
all the time.
911. We at the so-and-so out here in Southfield. And
I don't want to explain that.
This is an ambulance.
I don't want to.
And you know, I've never had no robes. So I done put my coat on and I'm at the desk with some heels on. Like, hey, y'all got security? Can I talk to him?
So Tiff, it's a question been posed, Tiff. So when you go in and you're locked up. So then, you know, when you're locked up, right? Now you got to create a whole nother stream because people don't understand. You start to barter things and stuff like that.
We was getting that money in prison.
You transition your hustle. Okay, so that's what they want. The streets want to know.
The streets want to know.
That you flipped that game in the prison.
Most definitely. I wasn't a smoker.
Okay.
At the time, cigarettes was still in the prison.
Right.
So I owe hundreds of thousands of dollars in restitution. So when you have restitution in prison, they snatch that money.
Wow.
So like if my family was to send me $100, I only get $20.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know. So I couldn't, you know, so I had another friend that was in there. We still friends to this day. A couple of my friends, they would look out for me. Okay. Shout out to my friends, I won't say.
Okay, right.
But they would look out for me.
But those
because I couldn't buy certain things, or I couldn't, you know, my little $20 that I would get every month, I had to buy deodorant and stuff like that. So when it came to the cigarettes, my one homegirl, she was like, Tiff, you know, we don't smoke. I'm going to get these cigarettes and I'm going to give them to you. You go flip them. I was selling, if you wanted a pack of cigarettes, I sold it for $150.
For a pack
of cigarettes.
So that means a carton of cigarettes come with 10 packs of cigarettes. That's $1,000.
So I was selling for like $150. One cigarette was $10.
That's a serious expensive smoke.
Yeah, but listen,
you ain't never been a smoker.
But listen, if you eat that cigarette,
it got really strict and bad because they was taking cigarettes out the prison. So we was stocking up. So every store day, every 2 weeks, we shopped every 2 weeks. So I would get the cigarettes. And then on top of that, my one homegirl, she was a hairdresser out in the world.
Wow.
So she showed me how to cut white folks' hair wet.
Ooh, baby, we
would break down the razors, and she was like, Tiffany, we gonna take our razors, we would break them down, and I would take the razor, and I was doing people's eyebrows.
Come on
The
now.
white women was coming to me because when she ended up going home or we got separated, I
Okay.
still had to make my money because you can go out on the yard and you could transfer stuff
right,
or whatever.
right,
but
right.
now you got to, be watching out for
Maneuver and stuff.
security
Yeah.
Right,
and all
right.
that other stuff. But anyway, she taught me how to do that stuff. And yeah, I was cutting the women's hair. They would wash their hair and I would cut their hair and I was doing their eyebrows. They was taking pictures on their visits. They go, can you do my makeup? We was doing makeup with crayons, all type of stuff.
See, that's why I shout out to
Shout out to the women in the Huron Valley Correctional Facility, honey.
I never
Huron Valley, honey.
anybody who knows me knows that I never forget my friends that are on the inside just because I took a different path.
Mm-hmm.
I still write them letters. I send them pictures. I got friends. I got piles of letters from my homeboys. When they get out, I make sure like, hey, here, go over here, find your job here. I send them to people because like we should never forget these people. These are human beings with real life stories. Their life took a turn or whatever, or they just made a different decision. But I never, like, I'm telling you, because that entrepreneurial spirit is still there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
That's
some
dope. I think
officers
that's
that
dope.
literally follow me on Instagram, and they are like so happy. They was like, just like how you are out in the world. I was like that on the inside.
Okay. Yeah.
So it played how my mannerisms and everything were on the outer side of the world, because prison is a world inside of a
Oh
world.
yeah, they told me.
Oh yeah, it's a world inside of a
Yeah.
world. So for the officers, that it's like 3 officers that follow me. I don't know if they're still in it now, but they were like, "Oh my
They was
God,
happy to see that
the
you came through.
transformation."
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna be something because of just how I carried myself in prison.
But and I think that's the thing when you experience certain things. It's not the thing you experience, it's the bounce back. Title of your book, the bounce back. So you get an opportunity. So you express yourself, Day Flowers, because you're a painter. And you paint. And I peeped some of your paintings. I was like, dang, I need
that.
Yeah, listen, because it's beautiful, it's creative, and all of those things. And then Tiffani, you are author and you're an entrepreneur and all those things. I think people have a concept, because I say this all the time. We one phone call, one decision away from the cemetery or the penitentiary.
You better say it.
I know I am. I know the dummy missions that I have been on.
Man, listen.
In my life.
One day I might tell half of the story. That last time I was like, I think I'm gonna stop with the tiptoe. I'm gonna leave the foot out of there. This ain't my bed, because I was about to be out of the damn records. I get it. That's why I have the utmost respect for people, and I'm not in judgment, because
you can't.
I can't never judge nobody.
We look at, and we always say, well, I wouldn't have never. You might not have ever done it, but somebody closer than you think, because we always say, oh, no, ain't nobody in my family. Trust me, somebody in your family,
somebody you close to, who you think on the up and up, and
you do not know.
Yeah.
I was the pistol girl for a long time, and I can say it now. Going into the clubs, I had the purse, and always had like a bucket purse, a satchel. We'll put the shoebox top down in the bottom. And put the pistol under it. So I'm holding the pistol like this in my hand with the shoebox top, and they looking at it with a flashlight.
And you pass it to my
man.
They be like, you could go in,
bucket bag.
the bucket bag. And they be like, you could go in, and I go right in, take it out in the dark corner, Climax 2 or wherever we was at, and pass it to my mans. And they be like, hey, come on in. And then, first of all, I wasn't supposed to be in there because I wasn't of age to a lot of places I went before I got to the Climax, but I was quiet. And I had a little money. I had a couple $, so I would get my drink and sit there and watch or whatever. And I wasn't no problem.
Right.
Now, if it was a situation that came to me,
then
it came to me and stopped with me. But
Yeah.
I didn't go seeking situations. But I knew everybody that did everything. But you can't judge people, because somebody in your family. So when your family found out Day Flowers, or did they find out?
They're finding out today, probably. Nobody knew.
Good.
Not even my sister, who we were in the waiting room. I bet you she's in the other room like, what? I was that
you
quiet.
kept it on the Johnny.
They coached the hell out of me. Even the things in the car, that was a big no-no for me. You had to always dump everything every time. Yeah, they coached me.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody really knows.
Wow.
Oh.
She just gave me chills.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Because people talk too much.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do. People
People
Exactly.
talk too much.
So wait a minute. You say your folks, they just found out now Coco's Corner.
Hey, Flowers family. Hi.
Glory to the
Hi,
Lamb.
Dad.
The WB in the house.
West Bloomfield.
Well, my friend told me, you moving to the WB. I said, what's the WB? She was like, West Bloomfield. I was like, oh, okay.
Right. I guess. Whatever.
Wait. That took me out. Hold on, So wait. So Tiffani, when your family found out, when did they? Was it in sections, or they found out at one time? Or?
Like the first time you kind of got in trouble?
Yeah, when because I lied. I was a
Okay.
big liar.
Okay.
Yeah, big liar. I'm not going to do it again. They
Right.
believe me.
Okay.
And then I would shy away from them.
Okay.
I would probably only see them for the holidays or something like that.
Okay.
When I did come around to,
like you didn't want to keep lying to them, kind of thing.
Or you didn't want to expose them to it.
I always used to lie and say the man at the time that I had
Okay.
was doing all this.
Oh,
So the
okay.
coats,
Okay.
the cars,
Mm.
the stuff like that, I always covered it up by saying, oh, he bought me this, or
Okay.
he bought me that,
Okay.
he bought me this purse, So it wasn't until I ended up going to jail at one time and couldn't get in touch with him, and I had to reach out and call my family to pay the $1,000 bond. That's when they found out.
How did they feel? Like, how did they
15
look
years
at
ago.
you? Like, how do you? You think it was like more just disappointment? Like, come on, girl.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't come from money. I mean, so like I came from a good home.
Right.
Okay,
You still were
okay.
loved.
So,
right.
So it was
Okay.
like, even after my mother died, I still had this family that
Right.
took care of me.
Mhm.
So they took me to church. They did all this other stuff. So I do feel like it was the shame
I understand.
Gotcha.
that
I understand.
probably, would keep me away, or, I'm lying about,
Yeah.
a
'Cause
lot
you
of different
basically-
things.
you like,
I was a
I'm
con
raised
artist,
better than this.
actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was raised to do, I always wanted to be a doctor.
Okay. Okay.
And I've always been smart, always,
Okay. Okay.
I dropped out of high school, but I dropped out of high school.
Sis, you
just
got the
be-
knowledge.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got the knowledge.
Right.
Oh, I always
absolutely.
been smart.
Oh, for
always
real.
got
For
straight
sure.
A's. I just
Right.
chose to do what I wanted to do.
And that's the situation
So,
most times.
a lot of that just came from, like my mother being sick for so many years.
Okay.
I had to drop out of school because I was, scared I was going to come home and find my mother dead, just from her
Wow.
just being sick. So I think like my family, they were compassionate with that. So
Okay.
when I would fuck up, it's like, okay.
That's
With
respect,
Tiffani,
though. That's
Yeah.
respect. They never
come
threw
on.
you away.
They
Yeah.
never threw me away.
Yeah,
Never threw me away.
That is love.
Yeah.
That's unconditional.
That's why I
love, and
said
that's what we
like
need
my
to know.
kids never had to go to the system,
Right,
because my family was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They were there because they knew what I was doing was wrong, but in
I think
some
that
crazy
deep down, they
sense,
like she know better.
yeah,
Yeah.
I knew better.
Yeah.
My heart was
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So,
She'll be
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
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 It's like the prodigal son.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you
know,
leave.
You
yeah.
just wait.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
wait.
You go through everything, then you come back like, listen, I'm back. For real. No,
and we
I'm
be
back.
like, okay, come
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Never let me go.
and that's the thing. I think when it's genuine organic love
Mm-hmm.
with children and parents and siblings, and it's always gonna be the people, no matter what you do, that's gonna judge you.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
They always
got something
even
to
if you
say
didn't
now.
do nothing,
I'm
if you
gonna beat them up if they come after you.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
Thank you,
something.
Tiffani, because I can't fight. Thank you,
You're right.
Tiffani.
Oh, we
I'll
can teach
beat
you
'em
how to
up.
fight.
We'll teach you how to fight, girl.
Listen.
They better not come for you.
Listen. And I'm older than Tiffani, so I'm gonna teach you the old school.
Okay.
sweep their legs first. You gotta
Okay,
sweep their legs.
How?
Like if they stand up
With
talking
your
to you,
foot?
take your foot and sweep their legs from under. And when they fall, hit them right in the small of their back with your fists as they fall.
What if they fall like this?
If they fall backwards, hit them this way.
See, they
if they
got
fall
too many
forward, hit
questions.
them here.
They is the one with the questions.
See, no,
See that
The
one.
questions is why I don't have a record. Okay, I need to know.
Right.
I need to know all the details.
Detail-oriented.
You just don't have a record.
That's all.
It just, listen,
That is
you left before you got one.
Yes.
It's like being with Motown. Some people left before Barry Gordy signed them officially.
I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna take my raps.
I'm done.
I'm taking my raps and I'm going home.
And listen, we leave things at different stages in our life. Sometimes, you be like, I'm gonna go back over there. It's like being in a relationship with somebody. Be like, I'm going over there one more time.
Knowing you don't need to be over there.
And you go back, and it's like, I'm here. And do you have any children?
No.
See, and that's having children is a different incentive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different incentive because now it's like, I got these children.
Because she probably would have stayed in it a little longer.
Oh,
if she
might
had
have.
children.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I can absolutely see if you had a child, it was like,
Because you home, you got to make sure
Yeah,
your,
you gotta
your
take
child
care of
got-
them.
yeah.
They
So
were
you like-
going down though, one by one.
Yeah.
The girls were, one by one. Everybody was.
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I was like,
You say,
Do you guys have? I know, like we live life and whatever we do, we just do it and we move forward. But do you got any one of you ladies have any regrets?
No.
On what you did?
I like that.
Because
She
it's
heard
a
up
part
and
of your
said no.
story. It's a part of your story.
Mhm.
It gave you character.
Yeah, it's who you. It helped you get to
I
where
like
you
that.
are.
Even when I
Yeah.
sat in prison, I think I cried twice.
Wow.
I think I cried twice. The second time when I cried, I ain't even gonna say it was a real cry because I said, well, thank you, God, for putting me here. Because
Wow.
at that time, my husband was a heavy, heavy cheater.
Okay.
And a woman had came to our house not too long before I had even got locked
Wait a
up.
minute. Let me get
She
comfortable,
came
okay?
to your domicile.
She came to my home.
to your domicile when you
My
reside?
husband was a horrible gambler and alcoholic
Wow.
and a cheater.
So you were
Okay.
kind of like delivered a little bit,
Yeah.
and then the
No, a
Here
lot
you
of
go.
bit. A lot of
Yeah,
bit.
a lot of bit.
A lot of bit.
When the woman
Wow.
came to my home, the way our front door was, it didn't turn inward to lock. It
Okay.
turned outward for whatever reason, however
Wow.
that was. When the woman was banging and hitting on my door and everything, I ran upstairs. I got a gun. I said, I'm about to kill this bitch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because she came to
Today.
the door.
Yeah,
She came
today.
to the door. She was
Yeah.
asking
Today.
for some situations. to
She
happen.
hollering his name, this, that, and the other. And it was by the grace of God I didn't get that door open.
Oh,
Wow.
because it was about to be
Because
murder.
I
She wrote.
felt like I would have I was so in a rage, I would have
Yeah.
killed her.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
187.
So
about to happen.
it was
Yeah.
like a week or so later, that's when I ended up getting caught. But
Wow.
I fought the case for about a month, and then because I had for that case, I had a court-appointed attorney, so I had to sit in
Okay.
jail. And when I ended up going to prison, when I cried, like I said, when I cried that second time,
Okay.
it wasn't a heavy cry. I said, you know what? Thank you, God, for putting me in prison. This ain't shit. This
Yeah.
like 2 years. I said, I'll come home, I'll get my kids, and I'm going to start over, and I'm going to be good. I said, because thank you, because I probably would have been in prison
Yeah,
for
you
the
was gonna
rest
kill
of
that
my
girl.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Either
Well, if
killing
it
her
wasn't
or
that
him.
one,
Yeah.
it would have been some like
Oh,
like how
yeah.
he had all that foolishness
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah. So that's where,
Damn.
so I
You been
feel
in there like
like,
murder was the case that
Yeah,
they gave
pretty
me. I
much.
can't die because my boy
Yeah.
had to have my back.
Wow.
Oh, no.
yeah, I would have been probably somebody's bitch, or
She
I would have
came to
made
your
somebody,
door.
so
Now
that-
you would have had all the bitches.
Yeah, I probably
You
would have had
the
them, but
bitches,
but I thank God for that. I
Nina
definitely
said,
do.
she said, I ain't proud of everything I did, but I ain't ashamed of any of it either.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's it.
Renee said, no regrettable moments. Everything counts. That's true.
It do.
We look at some of the things that we've done in our life, and I know I have. As of this weekend, I was in kind of a woe is me kind of situational, and then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. I said, wait a minute, God, forgive me. You just let me have another birthday. I'm in my right mind.
And we survived this COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
man.
We've survived.
I mean, we still in it, but I mean,
Yes.
it was thick for a
Yeah.
minute.
And
you know
then
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, I'm working on me. I changed my eating habits, changed my lifestyle, and I'm detoxing overall, not just food, but just people and all that. If you hit me with all that negativity, we can't talk.
Yeah.
It ain't no conversation.
Mhm.
So I fell into like, and then I popped right over like, wait a minute, take that. Because you hit those moments in your life and you have to think about everything that you've been through in terms of the comeback. So I gotta ask y'all this. Okay, so real quick, your paintings. How can people see your amazing artwork?
You could visit my website, todaywepaint.com, or you could on Instagram. My name is the best day ever, one word.
I love
Yeah.
that
I love
name.
that.
The best day ever.
That's
Mhm.
dope.
I like that.
Yeah, that really is
Has
dope.
a ring.
And then Day Flowers.
Yes. My name is Day Flowers. I'm on all social media outlets, but I do have a website, todaywepaint.com. You could view my work there and purchase.
That's
I
what's up.
also have a art exhibit coming up on the 13th. You could get the information, bpdthecollective.com. And all the information will be there, or just visit my Instagram, and I have all the info there. Actually, you gave me my first radio interview, and I was presenting my first art exhibit 3 years ago, almost to this day.
Wow.
It popped up on my Snapchat memories.
Wow.
That is
Full circle.
That was a full
Ain't
circle.
That something?
Wow.
Listen, and God is so amazing. See, that's that I was feeling regretful, and for her to mention that.
Yep.
And then when
Yep.
I reached out to Tiffani said, I gave you a book. And I remember Tiffani giving me the book, and I put the book in my back seat. Well, my daughter's named Tiffani. So it got gone. And I'm like, well, where my
Tiff
book?
had it. Tiff great.
It's gone. She's
Tiff
like,
got
oh,
it.
yeah, you haven't her on the show? I'm like, yeah. We got the same name. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Tiff, where can we find you on and stuff about your
In the book.
fabulous products?
TiffanyRoseCollections.com. That's Tiffany with the I at the end. It's Tiffani, Rose, Rose, Collections with the S.com. You can follow me on Instagram. I have 2 pages. It's _ Tiffany Rose, Tiffani, Rose _ and then you got Tiffany Rose Collections for my business too as well.
So we got an artist, and then we have an author. I just see, once things kind of clear up a little bit, I see an event with your collection and your collection.
I would be honored.
That would
Okay,
be
we gonna link up. We
That
gonna
would
make this
be
happen.
that would be
dope.
nice.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So in closing, we had one wonderful question, and then because I know like we're talking about it and we were laughing. I mean, it's hilarious. But
Oh, I'm sorry. You Nina, but the mix
Yeah, I
up
was
is
going.
okay.
That's why I was about to ask Nina Loco's question.
Nina, Nina, like the number 9.
Okay, I'm sorry. They said
Wait,
throughout
Nina. Okay, I'm
throughout
sorry.
your good and bad throughout your whole journey so far, if you had each had 30 seconds, what advice would you tell young ladies that would impact their memory permanently, or what can you tell other ladies, like young ladies, about your journey? Like, what advice would you give them?
I would say don't do it. I mean, I don't have any regrets, but it's shameful. Like, I didn't really understand. I was pumping drugs into our community. I didn't view it that way.
So you see it in
I
hindsight.
see it in
like that.
hindsight,
Yeah.
selling pussy. I mean,
That's the oldest profession in the
that's
world.
what
that's
I'm
right. The
saying.
oldest, I mean, they wanted to do it, but
You feel like maybe you may have taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
I got you.
yeah,
But you can. But see, here's the thing, and I understand how you feel, but don't let that weigh too heavy on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let that be the thing that because if that would have happened, you wouldn't be where you are doing what you do
Absolutely.
today.
It's a part of your journey. It's a
It
part of your
is.
It's a
story.
part of your journey. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Chef?
I definitely would say don't do it. You hear stuff in the streets, and I'm like, they got so much potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you scamming?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your food is good.
Yeah.
You know, you sell clothes too.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you do great artwork. You do this, you do that, and I'm like, why
Let
are
them.
you
It's best. Like
scamming?
it's
like
for
I
the
want to
best.
take them and just.
They should
you
take
know?
like that good energy that they got and just harness that for more good because
Yeah.
it doesn't end well.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And
it
the way
doesn't
they
end
do
well.
stuff now, and here's the thing: the way they do stuff now. Uh, 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 Listen, I'm so glad it wasn't no social media back
Man,
then.
they tell on
'Cause all the-
everything.
Y'all-
They tell.
If you go on some people's timeline, it is an indictment.
Yes.
The lawyer just
Yes.
got to show up with a
I
briefcase.
mean, I was old school. You don't tell
Nothing.
nothing.
Mhm.
That's why I put it on a man.
Yeah.
You know, oh, my nigga doing this for me.
Mhm.
You know, you don't tell nothing. The way they post money and do stuff,
We
and
never did that.
everything is
And
new.
the fans
and
are watching
they
every
are
social
watching
media outlet. The fans is
everything.
watching. Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
watching it.
I say that all the time.
They do.
They don't
They
hear me,
do.
though.
I think they don't hear it when we say it, and then the other part is they don't believe it. All that pictures of taking pictures of your money and the guns.
Because wealthy folks don't do that.
No,
Mhm.
no.
Not at all.
I seen Mark Cuban take their picture.
Mm-mm.
Demond Johns,
Mm-mm.
Tom Brady,
Mm-mm.
folks that got money,
Mhm.
like Oprah. I don't see them taking no pictures of no
No.
money.
Mhm.
Oprah wouldn't even wear no. She don't wear nails. I think she might wear one little ring on her
Ring.
finger.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Did
got
she
a
used to not wear
chameleon,
earrings?
billion
She didn't wear
dollar.
earrings.
Yeah.
She had for a long
Yeah.
time.
She was
Yeah,
like
for a long
50 when she got it pierced on the
Yeah,
show.
she was a
Wow.
gazillion years
Mhm.
old before she wore earrings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So don't nobody do all that. Listen,
No.
y'all. All y'all got the marijuana on that. We gonna get somebody here talking about marijuana too.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got all the marijuanas and stuff on there and the drinks and you hide. That's your business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
It
It's not necessary.
ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
remember I posted, this was a few years ago, I had posted for motivational purposes. I had made like $100,000 from January to April, and I got sued.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I got sued. So I said, oh, I won't never do
Yeah,
that no more.
keep
That
this
was
private.
4
Yeah.
years ago when I did that. You know, and it was
Wow.
just for motivational purposes, just me telling,
Right.
because, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm-
people
I'm
knew I
giving
had
an
been to
update on my
prison and
business.
stuff.
Right.
You know, and it was for motivation just to let people know, like, don't let nothing stop you. And
But here they come.
but here they
with
come,
the
and somebody
foolishness.
said, "Yeah, once you start getting sued, honey, you done made it." I said,
That's
"Oh,
true.
okay,
That's
I said,
true. But you did the
Okay.
right thing. Lesson learned.
Yeah,
It was
lesson
expensive
learned.
lesson,
You'll
but
never see what I make on the back end no more."
Yeah.
So
yeah.
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 Ninu Loco said,
That's
thank
Nina.
y'all. Nina.
Yeah, Nina.
Thank y'all for answering as a dad of 3 daughters. Now I'm always worried when I think of 10 to 15 years ahead now. Don't be worried. Just enjoy the
Yeah.
moment.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's-
And be there for them because that's important.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
especially having been a part of that world for years.
Mhm.
But you ain't a part of that no more.
Right.
And move in the present and do your thing.
And another thing too for him, we came from good families.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the
See, we
choices that
wasn't
you
no
make
we
is just the
wasn't no
choices you
gutter
make.
buckets.
Right.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no.
We came from good
We
families.
had good stock. We got good
We came
foundation.
from good stock. It's just about you
Choices.
do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, it's been real this morning. Please, everyone watching, make sure you follow Evry Music, EVRY Music, to get notified of more shows and other things that we got going on with our collabos as it be coming up.
Yes.
This
Yes.
has been amazing 2 hours. Great morning, and I just can't wait to see
That
what's
was
next
2
for everybody.
hours?
Yeah, y'all came in about 7:20. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So listen, like I'm giving y'all this number and I'm gonna be giving it out. If you're serious about advertising your business and you want to do a promotional event, 313-221-6184. That's 313-221-6184. Only serious business inquiries only. No. If you send me the music stuff, I will flip it over to Dean.
Right.
It's gonna be flipped over to Dean. Thank y'all for listening. We're gonna have great and watching. We're gonna have great topics coming up. We promise you. We're gonna get some dogs in here and some weed in here. We're gonna get some weed gummies, some animals, some dogs. We're gonna talk about taking care of your elderly parents, all the stuff that affects us in the community. And we're going to talk about who's sliding in your DMs. Listen, check out Coco's Corner every Monday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We have officially started. Today is the start of our second season. We love y'all. Be safe. And you ain't got to go outside. Don't go outside.
Yeah, stay home.
I'm supposed to go to the grocery store. I don't know. We may just eat blueberries and scrambled eggs.
Yeah, you better hit that click list. Drive up, pull up, get them groceries.
I don't like to do that. I don't like to do that. Dean, take me out with the music. Bump,